Why Finland builds with whole logs. Ask what a high-performance wall is. You'll get a list. A timber frame, insulation in the gaps, a vapor barrier, cladding on the outside. 4 or 5 layers, each doing exactly one job. Now go to a Finnish forest in winter and look at a structure that has kept people warm for centuries. There is no frame, no nails, no drywall. It is simply whole trees laid down. Why would a civilization survive for centuries using what looks like the exact opposite of our definition of advanced architectural design? The traditional Finnish house is the hirsitalo, or solid log house. The builders take whole peeled logs, lay them horizontally, and carefully scribe them. Each log is hewn to follow the exact contour below it. At the corners, logs lock together with a saddle or dovetail cut. That geometry alone holds the walls together. No nails, no spikes. Even with a tight fit, builders would press moss into the joints for extra insulation, bypassing the myth that these walls were always magically chinkless. That single wall of solid timber is doing what our 4 modern layers do separately. It is the weight-bearing structure, it is the weather skin, and because solid wood is an incredibly effective thermal barrier, it is the insulation too. Building this way is a shared architectural language across the entire northern forest belt, from the Baltics to the Alps. Finland didn't invent it, they refined it into a highly exact, culturally specific art form. True material efficiency demands every structural and atmospheric job from a single, locally abundant resource. Build a heavy wall of fresh, unseasoned timber, and time should ruin it. As it loses moisture, it shrinks, threatening to shift, gap, and leak. Finnish builders call this movement painuma, the settling. Instead of fighting it, they design for it. Above every door and window, they leave a deliberate, measured gap, acting as a sliding joint. Over the first few years, the heavy logs press down onto one another. The horizontal joints close tighter and tighter, without ever crushing the rigid window frames below. The result is an airtight, massive timber wall that holds immense heat against a subarctic winter running far below freezing. The apparent flaw of shrinking wood becomes the structural engine. The wall doesn't degrade or loosen with age. It uses gravity to actively seal itself. On a new Finnish farmstead, why was the very first and most carefully constructed building historically the smallest one on the property? That priority building is the savusauna, the smoke sauna. It is the oldest and most heat-tuned application of log architecture. A true smoke sauna operates with no chimney at all. A wood fire heats a pile of stones for 6 to 8 hours. You let the fire die, clear the smoke out, and then bathe in the stored heat and loju, the burst of steam when water hits the hot stones. Before electricity or running water, this airtight log box was an essential sanctuary. It provided a warm, sterile place to wash, to give birth, to heal, and to cure meat through the long winters. Today, there are roughly 3.2 million saunas in a country of 5.5 million people. In 2020, the living culture of the sauna earned Finland its first inscription on the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. The sauna was the ultimate crucible for the log wall. It concentrated the entire logic of self-sealing, heat-holding timber architecture into a single room essential for survival. If you enjoy reading a single building back to its foundational reasons, that is the exact purpose of this channel. Subscribing is how the next one finds you. Notice the ecological footprint of this tradition. Solid timber naturally stores carbon in its walls for centuries. It completely bypasses the need for imported insulation, plastic vapor barriers, or cement. Because the structure relies entirely on geometry and gravity, a Finnish log building can be completely dismantled. You can unstack the walls, move the logs, and reassemble them somewhere else without pulling a single nail. We tend to file advanced under more layers and more complexity. The Finnish log wall proves that a single material, completely understood, offers a superior solution. The simplest possible wall turns out to be one of the most complete. So tell us, what is the simplest building in your own environment that quietly achieves the most, and what is it made of? Leave it in the comments.